They gave up with the CM.
We're gonna have a remake because it's not gonna be. Yeah.
AP horse.
It does make a difference, though.
Yeah, I guess it's up to the teams, but if teams are okay with AP, then if both teams are okay with AP, then I guess we go with it.
I mean, I think
it's 30 seconds difference, or is it something bigger?
I think it's around 30 seconds. I think 115 as opposed to 45. I want to say, but I'm not positive.
Okay.
Don't play enough CM. Well, I don't know. What about Ogre? Do you think that hero is going to receive a nerf stick next balance patch?
No.
No? You
I
don't?
think so.
Really?
Man. I don't think so. I can't remember. There was one hero I'm like, this hero needs a nerf. I was talking about
what hero do you think needs a nerf? I still think Brew needs a slight nerf. I still think Ogre. I think Ogre and Jakiro also need one. Their stats are just like insane.
No. Oh, that's also. I think Yule Scepter needs a nerf. I think Yule Scepter.
Really?
I
don't think so.
I'm sick of this Yule Scepter bullshit. It's just so ridiculously good on some heroes. Like I think it's partly like the Jakiro, like the Trenkles plus Yules, like giving you so much movement speed.
Well, you just nerf Jakiro.
I guess so. That's also doable.
I don't think Yules is that broken. I think it's annoying, and it's also probably because Blinks are so popular that you're like, well, my Blink's useless because they have Yules, but it's not. I think it's okay.
I guess working as intended as a semi-blink counter in a lot of situations. But then you also have all like you can dodge so many spells with it, and it does a lot.
Dendy's Effigy. I will smash you.
Is that him on the Enigma? Oh, that's the puppy one. You want
the puppies one. Puppies one's funny.
When the Don gave the D.
I don't get that.
I'm not sure either. Yeah, I think I need it.
I like puppies the most.
DC, double DC. We're looking at effigies here. Chop. That's nice. I mean, it's. I like the pose of the axe. But
you what, mate?
Yeah, pose is great.
Can we give a comment to that? Oh, spectators can't commend.
Does it only show how many commends in that one given game? Actually, no. Simba's got one.
I think it's cumulative, as far as I know.
Do you commend people like for their effigy, or is it just like just your normal commends?
You commend the effigy. There's a thumbs up button on the right side.
Oh, I've not seen that. I need to start giving effigy commends. I just always try and kill my opponent's effigies.
I know.
They're just so it's making farming huts even more fun.
Wait, so why are some of them colored and some of them not?
I have not figured that out either. I've never seen colored ones except like in
this
game.
There's like 5 colored ones.
I don't know if that's a bug or what, because I always thought they were meant to be gray. The Funnic when Navi throws is still great. Yeah, I'm not sure. So, Dota time. Well, not really Dota time. Pause time. We gotta wait around for this game. As I think that's all the effigies. Navi don't have effigies on everyone. What's their deal? Only 2 effigies.
Well, Secret only has 3.
I guess GoBlack's waiting for there's no Trim Protector option, so.
You can't remake them either. So once you make one, you're stuck with it.
Yeah, you get 2 though, I guess. So you can give to a friend or just hold on for later.
I don't think you can trade them.
Okay, so just 2 for yourself, I guess.
Why are some of the new sets tradable in like 3 months? I saw a cool set, and it was like, will marketable or tradable after February 28th? I was like, what?
It's Valve doing their experimenting thing.
3 months? Really? 3 months there's going to be a cooler and more badass set out there.
Valve are, I guess, trying to limit. I think it's not so much that they're trying to. I mean, part of it, Valve, I guess, will make more money from it. Although I don't think that's necessarily Valve's reason to do it.
But what's wrong with trading?
It means because when you open the chest, you have like 1 of 6 sets you can get, and now if you don't get the set you wanted, like in theory, before you could just go trade to get the set you want. But if you want a specific set, you have to keep buying more chests until you get it.
I suppose so. That's
Valve's, I guess, experiment. I don't think Valve are entirely doing it for the money of it. I'm sure they have some reason where they want to try a different model. But
I can understand like a month, but I think 3 months is just obnoxious.
It is, especially because a lot of like for the chest, like people buy it a ton in that first month, and then it like they stop buying the chest. Like that's what happened. I know at least with our chest, where The first month, everyone bought a ton, and then it just takes a big dip. What's going on here?
They're wondering if it's DDoS or not.
Oh yeah, he keeps coming in and out. Why is whoa? What's Vangscore posting an IP for? He posted some random IP in the chat, which our entire stream chat now saw. So, whoops. Well, I'm sure that was on the other. I mean, anyone in Dota TV could have seen that. So, I don't know. I don't imagine that was his IP. He says IP for DDoS. What? Please, Vangscore. I don't know. He says this is someone on Secret's IP. Someone in chat help us out. No. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's now Havost who's DC'd, so Havost and Vangscore seem to both be having some connection problems. I don't know what Vangscore is doing. I feel like you should not be posting random numbers into chat.
Maybe he's just trying to waste people's time.
Yeah, post a decoy. He's like, this is my IP, guys. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And it's a decoy. Get him away.
Well, Ember has 310 base move speed?
Yeah, he's fast.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
That's where like 1v1 mid against like what Zeus is 290, 280?
Well, Elder Titan has 315?
295.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. Elder Titan's a beast. You throw boots on him, and I think that's where Secret kind of all the good kind of zoning supports are the ones with ridiculous movement speed now.
Yeah,
Skyrath, Elder Titan, Ogre is pretty high. What's Ogre?
295.
295. Okay, not great, but
he's fat.
he's got the stats, yeah.
He also has Ignite.
Yeah. I think it's where like it used to be like the heroes with good level 1 nukes were good zoners, like your Shadow Shaman, but now dude, I didn't even know they nerfed Shackles. Level 1 mana cost is 140.
I know.
He's so shit now.
It's not that. It's 30 more mana.
But like when because like level 1, like your Shadow Shaman, like you're trying to zone nothing. You spam Ether Shock, and then you hit level 2 and you think, okay, I'm level 2 now. If they come near, you can Shackles to give time for your carry to go for the kill. But I suddenly like, wait, 140 mana? I don't have 140 mana.
Well,
I don't know. 30 mana is a lot for like a level 2 support.
Okay, well,
like
what about Crystal Maiden who has like no mana?
Yeah.
You don't feel bad for her?
Crystal Maiden also needs a buff.
I don't really have that much sympathy for Shadow Shaman considering how ridiculous he was, and
yeah,
like the solo Roche patch where he could just solo Roche.
Wood Trap Roshannon.
It's like, okay, that's you know.
Yeah.
I'm okay with him being like that, especially with like I don't know, I think they could have just made Shackle scale a little bit differently too, instead of just completely just
the value point being like the most best value point in the game almost.
They could have just made like 125, 130, 135, 140 instead of 140. But yeah,
I think they could have, I guess, even just like lower the duration of level 1 so that you needed to level it up for it to be good.
What's wrong with that too? Yeah. I mean, it's just. I mean, he's really slow, so his spell should be fairly powerful to compensate.
Yeah, he's slow, squishy. He's got pretty shitty stats.
But he has Hex.
Yeah.
Turn people into chicken. He can siege towers. He can disable people for like 8 seconds.
Good. He's good. Well, he's not good anymore. I don't know. Was there anything else changed apart from the Shackles change to him?
Well, there's the tier 1 glyph change.
Yeah.
Which is pretty
You can't just take tower after tower anymore as easily.
And like
well, the tower is giving less money because so many games now I see a team like they're up 5-6 towers, and guess what? If you can't siege high ground, then the other team just turtles and tower money doesn't matter as much, I guess.
Yeah, and there's also like super popular heroes like Tidehunter who doesn't really care about a lot of the disables, like heroes like Ogre who have a ton of armor to tank through it, and heroes like Jakiro who just offer a lot more than Ross's wards.
Alright.
Whoa, is this a Dota game being played?
I forgot we were actually casting Dota for a bit. So, Na'Vi on the Radiant, we're going to have a Go Black, Ogre Magi, Vangscore, Skyrath, Havost, play the Razor. Looks like an offensive trailing coming out from Na'Vi. Dendi going to be mid on the Ember Spirit, and that puts Funnick, Safelane, Solo, Tidehunter. For Team Secret, Simba going to be on the Elder Titan, the Nature's Prophet, what am I talking about? Not sure what I'm seeing. And S4 on the Zeus, Elder Titan by Big Daddy No-Tail, Kuro on the Void, Puppy on the Dazzle.
It's a pretty nasty tri-lane from Na'Vi. I mean, Razor's generally been viewed as very strong in tri-lanes, but paired with Ogre and Sky against a melee Void, Elder Titan,
And you have the Tide in a 1v1 against a Prophet, which I'd say is pretty good for Tide.
Yeah.
I like offensive Trials when you have a Tide, because Tide does so well in most 1v1 matchups. He can win against any melee, crush any melee hero, and even against some range heroes like Prophet. Yeah, not Timber maybe, but...
I think Ursa also beats him. Not that people run Ursa off lane, but it is something to note.
Something you run into more in matchmaking, maybe. Well, even in matchmaking, you're not going to see Ursa off lane.
Dude, Ursa's ownage. I love Ursa. Well, Kiro, security bounty rune. Easy.
Easy bounty rune.
Funnick, playing with that regenerate. He just smacked it with his anchor for good measure. Actually, what is he holding in his offhand?
Funnick is
what the heck?
Like a beehive.
What?
Genuine conch cudgel.
What are these cosmetics? That blink dagger's also huge.
On the Tide?
Yeah.
Genuine Tide Hunter blink dagger. I've seen. Okay, this is the one from TI, I think. I remember seeing it somewhere at TI.
I gotta look these up. I thought I knew about cosmetics, but apparently not.
Cosmetics watch with Ben Merlini. I don't know my cosmetics, so you're gonna have to inform me there. So tri-lane top is currently against a dual lane. There's no tail. Well, he's gonna quickly make his way up here, I think, when he realizes what's going on. At least get here in time for this pull, the stack. They didn't. They're offensive trial, but they haven't blocked this pull camp. So from Secret side, they could just try and deny as much XP and pull the weight back using that, but it's still also going to be a case where Na'Vi because you're on the Radiant side, you can also use the pull in the big camp yourself if you're Na'Vi.
So you get it from the Dota 2 Hero Clicks miniatures.
What is that?
I don't know.
Dota 2 Hero Clicks miniatures?
They're like the collectible action figures, I think, or something.
Ah.
That's cool.
Okay. Nifty. Puppy and No-Tail going to farm their pull up, and well, Na'Vi already going to go for a pull of their own. So Na'Vi can fight pulls with their own pulls in this Radiant offlane. We'll see how things pan out though. This is going to be a Void who does not. He's got 0 CS current. It's probably going to stay that way for some time. So what's the latest in the cosmetics, Ben? How much is it worth?
I was looking at the Conch Cudgel, and the Conch Cudgel, this item can only be attained by purchasing limited edition figurines from Perfect World at the China qualifiers for the International 2014.
Dendy almost gets a kill on S4, but now he's going to get turned around. And one bolt from S4. This is a kill, and he gets him with the arc.
No.
Oh, dear. Dendy went in for the kill, and...
Level 3 is usually the kill...
Oh, he sees the courier instead. Go Black could have gone for the kill on S4, but goes for the courier instead, which is, I guess, a bit more money. And has the haste rune, so he should be able to get out of here.
Yeah. You level 3 is usually the kill point for Ember. You get level 3, you get level 2 Flame Guard, you go on a hero that doesn't have that much magic damage, and then you get a kill. But not versus Zeus, it looks like.
I think Zeus's boots arrived, maybe just in time to get out of the Flame Guard range. I saw the end of it, and then Dendy went under the tower and had to run.
800 gold. As well as Boots Bottle. What in the world is his net worth?
He can't buy anything because the courier's dead, unfortunately. But yeah, I think his boots arrived on the courier, and that's kind of what saved him, perhaps. But yeah, either way, it's going to be a happy Zeus. Dendy at mid is, well, in Struggle Town now. He's going to try and push forward, but Dendy does not have the boots advantage. S4 has, so there's no way Dendy gets a kill anymore. Gets his boots arriving, but you're still boots versus boots, and Zeus is doing fantastic.
Godlike gets stomped, and he's going to get chased down. Easy kill for Big Daddy.
Yeah, just got on the wrong side there. Na'Vi had her Voss low and couldn't really fight away from their creep wave, so bad start for Na'Vi, that's for sure. Even with the courier kill, they're not going to be too pleased with the solo kill that S4 pulls on Dendy.
Oh, you can still do that trick. You kill the tree here and then bought the arcane boots.
Oh, in the mid lane?
Yeah, you could do that before the patch, but after the Roshan changed around the area, I wasn't sure.
Okay, that's
nice to know.
So it's yeah, it cuts down this tree, and you stand like right in this little corner here.
You just stand right where that tree is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is something kind of nifty on that dire middle lane side. Although you just so few mid heroes get arcane boots. Zeus being one of the few, I guess.
Yeah. True dat. True dat.
Saved himself some time, and yeah, he's already level 5.5 to Dendy's level 4. Although Dendy is just about level 5, but S4 is going to be probably getting the 4-minute rune at bottom. The top rune will get controlled by the Na'Vi supports. And assuming S4 can get himself a rune, when he hits level 6, he's going to pose a big threat across the map. Like this Trilane versus Trilane, Secret could look to engage using potentially that Thunder God's Wrath support to go for some kills.
Finally getting harassed on bottom, but he is doing A-okay versus Simba, winning out 18 CS to 11. Then he's trying to bottle Crow to keep his HP up, but I don't really think he can contest Zeus's magical damage output. Goblak is smoked up, or sorry,
Invis,
yeah. Can they kill us for?
I think they S4 saw the observe. He saw the rune and also has a sentry. So not only did he see the Invis get picked up, he saw like him walk towards mid lane with this observer ward, I believe. Yeah, this observer will see across the river, and with the sentry there, he knows there's an Invis ogre. So he's just going to sit back at his tower, arc to farm, and well, pretty safely be able to hit level 6. GoDz going to venture all the way down towards bottom lane. This is something Secret may not be expecting with this Invis ogre. And this looks like we could be seeing a potential kill coming into play here. Tide's not level 6, but not going to need it, perhaps. Anchor Smash is there. They saved the stun for the teleport out. Now they stun, and Simba's got no way to get out of this one. Na'Vi get themselves on the board. Top lane, meanwhile, though. Havos going to go down to the 3-man gank of Secret in. That's the problem with Ogre leaving the lane. As soon as they see Ogre bottom lane on the map, they know it's safe to go on Havos.
Yeah, this level 1 Echo Stomp, too. Big Daddy's... I mean, it used to be standard to go 0-4-4, but with a Echo Stomp, it's just so much easier to set up kills. After the Time Walk slow wears off, the melees can run to the other side of the hero, and then just get a lot more uptime.
TP in from Simba, but he TP'd into Vangscore. Now Goblak going to show up as well. Simba, he just recently died, and possibly another death coming up. The Ravage going to catch 3. Simba's still alive thanks to the Grave, but they're looking at multiple kills coming their way with Dendi burning down the Elder Titan as well as one more, and he's going to now Fire Remnant, and that's a triple kill for Dendi. The third not going his way. He's looking for S4. S4 turns around, has an ultimate, but it's going to get just a Skywrath Mage. He's not going to find a way out of it. Dendi does get the triple kill in the end.
Okay.
4 for 1. That's a big Ravage.
What was that TV for?
I think he was trying to gank Dendi, and then he just TP'd on top of the Skywrath Mage. Like, Skywrath was just waiting in the fog, which is exactly where Prophet TP'd onto, more or less. And I don't know what the Fly was thinking.
Funnick, I'd say, really setting that fight up with that, I think, 4-man Ravage right there.
I think it just caught 3, but the 4th hero was kind of zoned out because of it.
Yeah, I mean, if Dendi had a rough start, it is irrelevant at this point.
Yeah, Phase, Brace, TP Scroll with the Magic Wand. Yeah, this is exactly where you want your Ember Spirit to be at 6 minutes in.
Man, imagine if he got First Blood himself instead of getting First Blooded. It'd be a dirty Ember. But with level 4 Flame Guard up pretty soon, a lot of these heroes are toast.
Zeus is still doing well. I guess your Zeus dying there isn't the worst case. He's got his Arcane Boots, he's level 7. He hasn't been shut down by any means, and we'll see a potential gank towards his top lane. Funny gonna get Chronosphere right on the edge here. Puppey, though, silenced up means there's no Shadow Wave damage to follow this one. Funny gonna get stunned up by the Titan, and now, well, probably gonna go down 1 or 2 more right clicks. That'll finish him off with the help of a Prophet ultimate. Good silence on the Puppey, just preventing the Shadow Wave damage, but that was a timely bash there. Without that bash, maybe would not have been a kill. Mid lane, S4 going to get initiated on. There's a Searing Chains, but Dendi does not have the Flame Guard, and S4 has an ultimate, but he needs a bit more damage. Dendi going to get sprouted up. No follow. Oh, there's enough follow-up. Zeus with the ultimate comes flying through, and that's another kill going Secret's way. Just a bit over-aggressive. Dendi Fire Remnanting it in, did not have his Flame Guard up, only had the Searing Chains, and well, pays the price.
They're doing a really good job of protecting the Zeus, though, because Navi's trying to gank him while he's still weak. But I'm not sure whether he's going to go for Blink Dagger. I'd say fairly likely that he will, though.
At least for Na'Vi, they didn't lose Dendi. It was just the Ogre Magi who ended up going down, so damage could have been worse.
So close to dying.
Yeah. My first thought when he just disappeared, I'm like, oh, Dendi's dead. I'm like, wait, no. Just, you fire him out of there, so. Well, he's level 7 matching up to, well, S4 pretty well, who's just hit level 8, picks up a Staff of Wizardry, and Puppey plants a kind of obvious ward. I think they saw Puppey plant that, so that should get dewarded pretty quickly as he comes through just to get that high ground ward. This is one of, like, my favorite wards, just getting it on the enemy hill for the high ground vision, but you have to try to do so without being spotted planting.
Well, he tried to do it at nighttime, but he was just, like, a tad bit too slow.
Bottom lane,
Daddy.
meanwhile. Yeah.
I don't know if they can kill him. They need
Prophet ultimate and then like
Zeus
+1
ulti.
TP.
Zeus ulti, Prophet ulti, and Void maybe?
Yeah. Voss is fairly low, but he's got the strength threads up, 700 HP still. So for Na'Vi, getting Havos's farm seems to be at least one of the priorities down here towards the bottom lane. He's just kind of sitting on the bare basics for now, and Funny's going to start stacking up some Ancients. He's doing really well, has level 8. No points in Gush, has gone purely for the Kraken Shell plus the Anchor Smasher.
He's going to try to stack Ancients.
Oh, fail.
They do have a ward.
God, a lot of damage there. It's actually bottom lane. They've gone in on Havos. They're going to need a bit more with these right clicks here, and TP's coming in. Havos dealing a decent amount of damage from Simba. Funny, without Gush, is not actually going to catch up to Simba out of this one. It doesn't look like it. Phase Boots helping Simba escape. Meanwhile, Dendi died on the middle lane. Oh dear. I don't know if you saw what happened mid, but
I did not.
it was bottom lane where they were trying to go on the Havos Razor and couldn't quite get the damage they needed. Go back at mid. Jeez, you be careful, man. Taking heavy damage from this Zeus. Yeah, so it was, I think Denny just got caught by surprise by the Prophet ultimate, because he died to, like, towers/creeps.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a point in Sleight of Fist. Usually you'll see 1 point just for extra added mobility without having to use your ultimate, or just a couple of seconds of invulnerability.
Yeah, you can dodge a spell or two, maybe like something like an Echo Stomp from the Elder Titan or whatever it may be. Well, I'm also going to TP in mid lane. He's just picked up the Ring of Aquila to go with his treads, and Dendy's still working on that drums now, so after that triple kill, Dendy kind of has gone back quiet once more. Like, there was that one good fight for Na'Vi where they killed 4, and apart from that, they've not really done too much this game. They're going to lose a top tier 1 tower, and that's Kuro on Void with treads, Ring of Aquila. He's got the max time lock, so even though he's got no Mask of Madness or anything, he's still got a decent amount of killing potential with the Chronosphere.
Oh, Dendy's shield just fell off instantly. He got bolted, and then the Astral Spirit came through, and there goes your shield.
500 damage, easy peasy.
Yeah, he cannot count on that thing.
Alright. This, and you've got the double global ultis with the Zeus and the Nature's Prophet. That's the other nice thing about this lineup. So, Flame Guard damage is just going to be dealt with very quickly on the secret side. And both of those spells can be amplified with the Elder Titan here. We are going to see middle lane Vayne's going to get hit by the Spirit. One Zeus ultimate will spell his death, but Zeus ulti on cooldown, so no Zeus ulti please today. Well, actually, it is going to be top lane. They're going with the Chronosphere onto Havos, and with the Shadow Wave, there's a creep wave surrounding him. The creeps are even attacking inside the Chronosphere. That was a perfectly placed Chrono by Kuro. And another death to Havos, who's now 0-2.
And everyone in mid was just so low from the Prophet ulti and Zeus ulti. Like, they didn't even really engage, and everyone's at half health. How are they supposed to take these fights? Tidehunter is also rushing a Hood, it looks like. So no Blink Dagger initiate from them. They're really relying on the Dendi Searing Chains to set up kills for them. But he's just, I mean, there goes his shield again.
That's brutal. Maybe not the best game to be picking Ember Spirit, because this was their last pick, this game as well.
Godlike smoked up. They're trying to kill S4 as he goes for the rune.
Yeah, they're on the high ground, and there was no vision there for S4. Actually, they did have the vision in the mid lane with that Observer Ward, and S4 will get blown up. Did cost them a Ravage, though, so from that point of view, Secret now have a 2-minute window with Ravage on cooldown, and I don't think they'll be too upset about that.
Nope.
I guess they didn't see Puppy plant this ward, because it has not been dewarded.
Well, they saw him running away, but they couldn't tell what exactly he was doing.
Yeah.
I mean, from our point, it was pretty obvious, but to them, they're probably like, well, he might just be scouting out or looking for a gank, or even just placing a sentry ward.
And sometimes you maybe see a ward and you're like, look, we know it's warded, but we're going to save money, not buy sentries, and just, if we want to gank that lane, you then have to smoke. And that's kind of what Na'Vi did there with their Ogre Skywrath.
Secret accruing pretty decent gold lead, 3,000 gold lead, but with only a 1 tower advantage, and still they're in a somewhat precarious position, but not that bad. Tidehunter's gotten decent mileage out of his Ravages, but Faceless Void is still getting a lot of farm, Zeus getting a lot of kills, and already 4-staff complete, so he's looking good.
And just Void having this Mask of Madness, he can solo kill just about anyone on the map now. Like, there's not many of these series you can get out.
Questionably tied.
Yeah. That's true. Kraken as well as the Hood to reduce some of the bash damage.
Or if he gets Anchor Smash, definitely not.
Yeah. Anyone else should be able to. Even Dendi with, even if he's full HP.
Oh, he's about to get chronoed.
Oh, Dendi. Mask
He's
Command
just
is
at the edge.
Oh, the sun's coming to Kuro! Gets blown up, and Dendi going to survive. I think he maybe even dodged the Zeus ultimate with the... well, no, he's actually had the Flame Guard up, which probably negated a lot of that damage. And, well, the chase is still on. Havol's going to show up, and Simba TP'd into a really bad spot. Questionable place for him to be on that Nature's Prophet. And
man, 2 multicasts, 2 kills. Way to go, Ogre. God Black.
Is it even luck anymore? I guess level 1 multicast
Level 1
is
definitely is. Oh,
yeah, 40%.
Okay.
It's
That's pretty high.
to get 2 in a row. I mean, you're looking at what?
Laguna Blade damage.
Yeah.
That spell is just... See, missed the Searing Chains there.
S4 just gets like annihilated by like a quick arc lightning plus the lightning bolt with the static field damage. He goes from like 3/4 HP to just less than a quarter in no time at all. Dendi, same thing as well. Puts the Flame Guard up to help him out here. Funnick's got no mana for a Ravage, so he's just kind of threatening. But I imagine Secret have seen that he's out of mana and are not too worried about the Ravage right now. Pipe is almost up for Funnick, and this is, well, a fantastic game for a Pipe when you're against Zeus Prophet.
But it will cost them Initiate, and I think that Initiation might be more important
Yeah.
because they need to get a BKB on Razor anyway, right? So they're really just saving, I guess, Tidehunter himself, but after Ravage, he's not particularly useful. Ember, he already has his Flame Guard, so he's not going to get bursted down immediately, and Ogre's already pretty squishy, so as much as I like Pipe, I actually think Blink would be a better first item for him this game.
Yeah. You got to imagine he'll go for the Blink next, but they are, like, Dendi's the only one with a good long-range initiation now with the Fire Remnants, but Fire Remnanting in has not really proven to be a great way to actually win a fight necessarily.
Multicast, man. That's what they need. It's come to that.
Yeah. Multicast has so far been paying off for them. Chronosphere up in 2 seconds, and Kuro's ready to go at bottom lane. Havos and Dendi both going to get caught in this one. Dendi's the first target. The Astral Spirit coming in as well. He gets destroyed. And there's your Elder Titan ultimate being set up by the Chronosphere as well. 2 kills, make it 3 with Vengscore going down. Perfect Chronosphere from Kuro. Yikes.
They're just not respecting Chronospheres. No respect, man.
They just, like, Dendi should not have been caught there with Havos. Like, having Havos in the front lines trying to slow Siege of Town, maybe, but Dendi sitting right next to him for that Chronosphere, bad news. And that's where not having, like, a blink on your Tide. If Tide's there and it's sitting back and can blink and ravage Kuro inside the Chronosphere, maybe you do okay, but even with a blink ravage, like, the damage was still there from the Zeus Prophet.
It's still questionable, too. If he knows that he has a blink, immediately as Chrono pops, he'll just drop his ultimate, and then, boom, they find Tide. He can't blink. Easy dead target. Simba getting chased down by Dendi. Is he going to be able to hit the chains?
Well, not going to go for it.
Yeah, I guess he could probably just TP out afterwards. It would have been close.
Yeah, I think for Na'Vi, they just have to farm at this point to get their blink on Tide, BKB on Razor, because these fights are not going well for them. But the problem is, they're not going well because of Chronosphere, and Chronosphere is still going to deal with these items pretty well.
Kuro's getting fat.
Yeah, if he wants to, just goes BKB next, but often we see stuff like the Maelstrom for that extra bit of damage inside the Chronosphere with the Maelstrom as well as the Mask of Madness. But he's got plenty of options as far as item progression goes.
To be fair, he could just go BKB and be really safe.
Yeah. And the BKB for Havos he's halfway there with the Ogre Club and 1k gold, but it's a little bit of a ways. Middle lane, S4. It's been initiated on here. There's a slow coming in. Dendi's turned around, has the Flame Guard turned on, so we'll see how Secret respond to this one. Chronosphere's up, so Void cannot TP. He's actually got his TP on cooldown, although whether or not Na'Vi know that's another matter. Looks like both teams ready to go. GoDz coming in ready for a stun as well. So here comes the multicast, perhaps. Nice full stuff to the high ground. Elder Titan going to turn, throws ultimate. Stun comes in on S4, and it is the multicast that we were talking about there. They get one and back off, so I don't think that pause particularly benefited anyone. If anything, it benefited Secret so that they could plan maybe a bit of an escape there, but there was no escape available for S4. And Kuro's got Chronosphere. He's not going to need it for Go. Like, gets the first hit bash. The time walk slow is there. Is going to use it just to be on the safe side.
Doesn't want to get multicasted.
Yeah, he gets multicasted with Mask of Madness on, and Na'Vi show up with like a Ravage or something, and suddenly Kuro's dead. May as well play safe.
No Graves have come out on Zeus yet either.
Yeah.
He does have Max Grave too.
There was the one mid lane where he died anyways, when the teamfight Na'Vi won, but yeah, that's the only Grave we've really seen. T1 mid tower will be potentially taken by Secret. Na'Vi have 3 nearby, have a Ravage, and that's a TPing Tidehunter. Puppey gets caught out, and as a result, nice 4-star from S4! He 4-star Puppey outside of the Ravage. S4 gets hit by it, but he's got no follow-up damage. Puppey's still maybe going to go down. Graves himself once more and going to TP out. The chain's on cooldown. Fantastic play from Secret, and meanwhile in the mid lane, they've killed the Razor as well as the Tide. Kuro showing up, and even without a Chronosphere, it's still a fight going Secret's way. That 4-star from S4. That was some fantastic stuff, and now Dendi's Flame Guard once again just gets bursted off by the Zeus damage. TP's not going to come. It's going to be a time walk forward, and Secret are just on the chase here. They want more. Zeus with a Bolt ulti will blow up the Skywrath Mage, and yikes. 3-0 in the end. That was meant to be a good fight for Na'Vi.
Yeah, I mean, when you're using Ravage to kill a Dazzle, though, not the greatest idea. They saw the Zeus, but maybe they thought that he was going to force staff himself out if he got Ravaged, and they just weren't able to focus on the right target.
That was not how Na'Vi envisioned that one going. You TP in a Tide, and you have 3 other heroes there. You're expecting some kind of result.
And this is where we go back to him not having a blink. If he has a blink, it's he doesn't even have to use his Ravage. He can just blink right on top of Puppey, get a lot of damage on him, or just walk up to him and then blink if he sees his teammates coming through. But his pipe hasn't really done much for him.
They were fighting with Ravage against no Chronosphere as well. Like, Void's Chronosphere was on cooldown from the Yoga kill, so from that point of view, Na'Vi should have a huge teamfight edge, but it wasn't the case. Puppey now going to walk into a silence here. Gush as well. He's trying to dodge the Skywrath ultimate. Does manage to do so pretty successfully, but will not get out. He couldn't get the Grave off as silence locked him in place. No Tail now going to hit a nice 2-hero stun. 4-staff's out. Chronosphere shows up, only catches that one, but it's still going to be, well, a big kill if he can get it. It's going to be the Tidehunter who gets picked off by the Kuro Chrono. And Na'Vi thinking about maybe some return fire here, but chasing into these 4-staffs has so far proven to be not very effective. They've now got 2 of them, with Elder Titan also picking his up.
Man, Zeus almost has Bloodstone. He is, I mean, if he was difficult to kill before, he's sitting on 1,500 HP. Who has the damage to kill him?
I don't think it's an easy answer. And he stays alive, even if they have the damage to kill him, if he just stays alive long enough for a Dazzle Grave to come in, he gets kept alive. And during that time while he's graved, he can keep on dealing more damage with all his nukes, which are almost maxed out. He just needs level 14 to get the max out Arc Lightning. So Na'Vi have a lot of problems. The net worth really shows it right now. The top 3 farmers heavily on the Secret side. So I imagine the gold graph, 10k net worth advantage going Secret's way. And GoBlack's dead. So a 21-minute Bloodstone for Zeus with his 4-staff, and S4 is 8-3 and 5. He's just been having a fantastic time this game. Everyone on the Secret side as far as their core heroes. Prophet had a few questionable TPs and didn't exactly win his lane that he wasn't meant to win, but everything has just been all Secret this game.
Zeus ult used for good measure to secure the kill on Razor, and Kira's gotten to that point where he can just solo kill anyone.
Yeah.
Tidehunter doesn't matter, he has a pipe. Razor doesn't have BKB, easy kill.
Doesn't even need the Chrono half the time, as we'll see Funnick at mid lane. Body block's not going to put him into the Earth Splitter from No Tail, but doesn't matter. You miss one ulti hero there, it's not the end of the world for Secret. They've got such a big lead all of a sudden.
And Dendi just hasn't been able to run in. He's so darn squishy. He gets Chronoed, he's dead. He fights without Flame Guard up, he's dead. And how long does Flame Guard last? Next to nothing. And he doesn't have any armor either.
Yeah.
Minus 5 armor for Elder Titan, and then combine that with Weave. Good luck.
Well, Na'Vi have their work cut out for them if they want to turn this one around. And Funnick's picked up another ring, so this could be a 4-staff, it could be a mech, but you got to think he needs some kind of initiation, which you'd normally say Blink Dagger, but maybe he's thinking he goes 4-staff against like the Zeus Elder Titan, since they're going to be so easily cancelling his Blink, so it could be a 4-staff, but
I mean, but
it doesn't really cut it.
Secret's not just
necessarily.
going to let a Tidehunter walk up, even with 4-step, and ravage them. That's asking for way too much.
He 4-staffs at you, you 4-staff away if you're worried about a ravage coming in.
And his team doesn't have that much mobility either. So even if he does force in and ravage, Void can just chrono and catch at least 2, usually 3, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, things looking bad for Na'Vi. Havost is still not got his BKB at 23 minutes, which, considering it's a first item, is definitely not good for the Razor. And Razor's the 3rd most farmed hero on this team. Like, this is your tri-lane farming Razor, who's behind the Tide, behind the Ember Spirit. And behind the entire Secret team, more importantly.
It's looking grim.
Yeah.
Very
Secret
grim.
supports are filthy rich. It's... yeah. Not much else to say about it. Void has gone for the Mjolnir, so he didn't go for the BKB and, well, has the Aegis, so has that kind of backup insurance anyways. And kind of like you said, even if Tide does get a Blink Ravage initiation off or a 4-staff into a Ravage, the backup from Na'Vi probably not going to be enough to kill Kuro when there's a Puppy Dazzle to support him.
Yep.
And for Na'Vi, what can they do? Is it just like turtle up, get Dendy a Battle Fury, and just try and stall for the late game?
You have to believe in the multicasts.
Believe in. Still just level 1, so no 3 times multicast.
You have to wait
for
for Kuro to mess up, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like go in, don't catch the ideal heroes, or even just like not catch an ogre, get multicast into Mystic Flare. He's dead, barring a grave.
And because he hasn't gone BKB, the potential for that screw up is kind of there.
Yeah, or just get ravaged with Mask of Madness up. Also, potential possibility. Like he can try and go on Dendy. Dendy can dodge it with like a Remnant or something like that, and then turn around the fight. So there are still potential plays for Na'Vi to make, but Secret can just play it safe, like get a BKB on Razor, whatever. Just fight when the Aegis is up. You know, all of these things are pretty darn safe for them.
Yeah. So we'll see how. And before they can wait for that Kuro mistake, they have to wait for this Aegis to expire as well, which has still got a couple minutes on it. So for Secret, they're likely to get this tier 2 bottom tower, the tier 2 mid, maybe a tier 2 top during this Aegis duration, and I just don't see a way Na'Vi can... without a BKB on Razor and fighting into an Aegis, that just is not going to happen. Also, no Blink or 4-staff on Tide for his initiation.
Yeah, it's very unlikely. Maybe Ogre can get Ags at one point, too. But he's actually the lowest net worth in the game, so that's not a likely possibility.
Even if you combine him and Scareth's farm, you'd be struggling to farm up an Ag Scepter this game. These 2 supports are struggle city right now. So, looks like Vangscore reconnected, although we're not ready to go just yet. Throwing out the all chat question mark. And hopefully underway once again. A game plagued by a few issues, unfortunately, with some servers, some DCs, recurring DCs, but looks like hopefully things are stabilized here. The connection is stabilized. Navi's play, though, not so much. They had their Zero Gravity, their manager, and well, not so much their manager, more their owner, who's saying, look, the team's going to be back in form by February, so he made some big promises that this is going to be
oh yeah, we were talking about that last game.
A top candidate once more. I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, me too.
But I think he's right in that they needed like a leader. Like they had Art Style, then they had Puppy, and then GoBlack's like the new captain that this is.
GoBlack's a good captain.
Yeah, he's definitely a good captain. Like he's proven that on a few teams that he's done well with, despite them not having the biggest like star players or anything.
But he's usually better with like not the current popular strats. I'd say this strategy that he's running right now is just a very cookie cutter, and he does best when it's non-cookie cutter. Like he was doing the like mass Necro 3 pushes with Lycan and Furion back when Lycan was at his heyday. He was really good at those 5-man strats. You know, the tree that he pioneered into popularity. So I think that it's a little bit better for them if they run, you know, something more like Secret Strat, which is less standard with the first pick Zeus.
Yeah.
First phase pick Zeus.
Oh, they've got
Okay, he died
3 right clicks and like some Zeus damage as well. And Kuro's just going ham. He's got the Aegis. Even if you kill him once, he's going to come back to life. And they've used so much just to kill him that one time. The double 4-staff escape is there. And here comes a time walk from Kuro to the high ground. Kill 2. Get out of there. Simba's pushing top. Mid
Dendi
lane.
died so fast.
Oh my gosh. S4's damage up. And this Bloodstone, he's got 11 charges. He's going to respawn in 15 seconds. You may have killed the Zeus, but you're going to lose all 5. It's a team wipe. And guess what? Zeus is back alive in 5 seconds. I think Kuro only got 3 right clicks off before Dendi was dead.
Was it 3? I thought it was 2.
Maybe 2.
I don't know. I don't think he does enough. Like, I'm looking at his damage. It doesn't look like he can kill him in 2 hits.
There was a Zeus bolt and like maybe an Astral Spirit mixed in there, but yeah, he melted.
Yeah, and when you can get away without getting a BKB, your damage is insane.
Yeah. Well, now we'll see this tier 2 top tower going down, and with this, Na'Vi, top 4 net worth heroes all on the dire side now. It was previously just the top 3, but Elder Titan has joined them up there, and Puppey kind of on the front lines here, but here goes the Void. He just time walks in, no BKB. He says, who cares? I've got a Grave behind me. Surely he does. There we go. Kuro kept alive. Earthsplit are going to come through as well. And that helps bring down the Skywrath Mages. Go Black and Simba juking it out here. Simba, one more right click, gets the kill with the help of the Mjolnir. They lose 2 in the process, and that's an overextension from Team Secret. As Dendi's looking for a couple more kills here. They don't have the Ravage, but Puppey, Grave, Shackles is there, and Dendi going to catch up Puppey, cancel his TP, and that's going to be a 3-for-2 trade in the ensuing fight. And S4 does not want to die again. This is a high-value kill. Should Na'Vi be able to get this one? Havos is in hot pursuit. He didn't actually... Oh, he's got his BKB. Buyback going to come out from the Nature's Prophet, who's now TP'd in to turn this one around. They kill Havos to start things off. They'll get the Tidehunter, and Dendi can do nothing but fire running out of there as he escapes back to his own base. Yikes. Worth the Prophet buyback in the end, for sure.
They do manage to kill Kuro, though, and that kill was picked up by Dendi. So... that's a decent amount of gold for him, but at the same time, it was just like him walking like, whatever, I don't have Aegis, I don't have BKB, I'm just going to go in. Hope Grave
That was a
saves
pretty
me.
YOLO Chronosphere.
Yeah.
Even with the Grave doesn't save you. It keeps you alive for an extra 5 seconds. But
Well, he didn't get the Chronosphere. He went in without it.
Yeah.
That's what was YOLO about it.
Then you're going to make his way top lane where Prophet blinks out. Fly's got his Mjolnir Blink Dagger up, and Zeus actually goes for some Boots of Travel now. So, Boots of Travel, 4 stuff, Bloodstone. You a fan of this Zeus build?
Yeah. Boots of Travel are nice. 4-7 is mandatory, I'd say.
Yeah. The Bloodstone, like, it's one of those items you think, like, normally you want, like, the Ag Scepter thing, but Bloodstone just gives you so much survivability, like, more so than an Ag Scepter, and the shorter respawn's also really nice, and everything else the Bloodstone gives you.
Yeah, you really don't need burst damage, because you already have it. All you need to really do is survive in fights, and you'll do a ton more. So, I mean, luckily for him, he doesn't need a BKB. Yeah.
Alright, Void going to make his way down bottom. He is working on a BKB now for the Kuro's Faceless Void, and this is, well, he does so much damage now, he just needs to stay alive in a fight, which is fine. So, this should work out pretty well. As Faceless Void is only a couple 100 gold away from it. So for Na'Vi, they're going to smoke up near this mid lane. Funny has not finished his 4 stuff. He has got a couple of the pieces for it, and we'll see that online with his Ravage soon. But right now this Smoker's not going to find too much apart from S4 Zeus. That's a big kill. Can they get double multicast followed up by a lot of nukes? The first 4 stuff is there. S4 going to get Ravage as well. It was a TPing Dazzle who could have maybe gone for a Grave, but wasn't there in time, and the counter gank is now coming from Secret's side. Void going to time walk himself in, gets 1 kill. The second's going to be onto Funnick. And Na'Vi maybe get the Zeus out of that one, but they quickly lose 2 to follow, and it costs them a Ravage, so it doesn't even feel like a Na'Vi victory after all said and done.
Yeah, looked like he was scared of a shallow grave.
Yep. Oh, Dendi going to go to the low ground, but he still gets caught out by a time walking Kuro, as well as the blink from Simba, and that's a 3-for-1 trade. And now, guess what? Zeus respawns with the Bloodstone respawn timer reduce, and he's already TP'd himself in with the Boots of Travel. So they're high ground with Zeus already back alive.
And he's building a Dagon for good measure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Time walk in, great Chronosphere. Vayne score as well as Havos caught on both edges of it. Back for the Raxus. This is more or less GG, it feels like. I'm not sure there's too much that can be done out of this. Razor going to buy back for one last hurrah, but that means no... Oh, he has got the BKB. But you're losing Raxus here. No Chronosphere, no Ravage at the same time on the Na'Vi side, and Kuro's just time walked in, got him 1 kill. Havos going to be a full dieback after 1 more right click. Comes in, Simba with a double kill, and that's it for Na'Vi. GG. It was just not the best early game for them, and The offensive trial lane didn't really seem to do too much. Well, I guess more importantly, Zeus with the solo kill on Dendi and just winning that mid lane.
Yeah, I think they need to put out more pressure from their supports and really force the Zeus out of the lane. I mean, I think I'm not exactly sure who's supposed to win that lane. That's not a very common matchup, but theoretically,
In the mid lane?
Yeah, I think Ember has the edge. So they thought that he'd be okay there. So they win mid. Bottom's also a win for Tidehunter versus Nature Prophet, and then they aggro try on top. But Ogre ended up dying first on top. Dendi gave up first blood in mid, so they lost 2 lanes that they should have been able to win. And then things just got a little bit out of control from there. No Blink Dagger on Tide is it's really difficult to get clean initiates. Oh, and we have the negative fantasy points.
Oh, really? We got some negative points. Who's guilty? Voss 4. Oh, man. Well, the real 4 in this game was S4. As he only got 6.4 for that performance. I feel like he deserved a few more there. I don't know.
The scoring system is strange. I would say.
Kuro came up big on the Void, which I guess, makes sense. S4 had the most death of the team, and I feel like that's where he got penalized probably, is the 5 deaths that he had.
But he had 11 kills!
Yeah, dude, he's 11, 5, and 2. Well, I don't know, but... Na'Vi, do you feel like this is just... Did they look any better than they have in the past, or is this just like the Na'Vi we're seeing lately?
I mean, I think it's about on par. I think Secret just outclassed them as expected. There's nothing...
Yeah.
I mean, they need a few weeks, I would say, to... If they really want to, change or whatever.
Because Secret, I feel like this was just how Secret are playing every game. This wasn't even like a great Secret game. This was just, it's Secret. They're good. And for Na'Vi, if you want to beat even Secret when they're playing like their average game, you have to play amazing. So, outclassed.
This is not supremely surprising.
All right. Well, we've got 1 game left for today. It's going to be Na'Vi taking on someone. Who have we got? Taking on Goomba. So Na'Vi vs Goomba going to be our last game for today, guys. Stick around. I think Ben is going to be taking a break, but I'll see if LD will be joining me for that last game. I believe he will be. So stick around. Na'Vi vs Goomba coming up next. Starladder Europe will continue.